Channel Sport this morning. We're now being joined by Azu Ume, editor of busybodiesng.com.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning, and it's very nice to be here.
First time out?
Okay.
Yeah, first time. Yeah, first time.
So
Obviously, it's you know, the primetime show, TV sports, and it's fantastic to make my debut here.
It's great to have you.
Okay.
It's great to have you. It promises
Especially a fantastic debut, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Let's just dive straight into the Nigerian Professional Football League match day 6. Some very interesting results to analyze, and Azu's going to be helping us to do just that. Let's start with the match, the one everyone looked forward to, between Kano Pillars and Plateau United. That match ended goalless. What a match it was. That's going to be our feature match. We're going to talk about that after we run through the other results. Elsewhere, Cecilia, there were other interesting results. Delta Force.
Absolutely. Went away from home. Delta Force that's about to be sold to.
Exactly.
I mean,
and they're still playing.
They're still playing, and they're still getting results away from home, all the way from the south down to the north. That's a fantastic one for Delta Force. Aqua Starlets, that's another one, Takada, whatever. Aqua Starlet, of course, they're still winning, while Aqua United, they're not winning against Warri Wolves. They won by a lone goal. Rivers United and Abia Warriors, also another goalless game, just like you have in Plateau United and Kano Pillars that ended goalless also. You also have another game, Adamawa United and Katsina. That's the biggest win of the weekend. It was 4-0 Adamawa. They were on fire on the day. Sunshine Stars winning against Aqua United. Aqua United, well, winless run continued this season. Wicked Tourist and Heartland. Wicked Tourist, it was 1-0 against Heartland. How many goals were scored? Well, you just say about 8 goals in how many games? Well, it's not really looking good. But then after 7 matches, 8 goals, not pretty bad.
I mean, there's been a goal glut in the league. You want to look at the past match day. So yeah, it's allowed maybe one match day. You'd have maybe a dearth of goals. But you know, talking about the Plateau United, Kano Pillars, obviously, you know, United yet to lose in the league, high flying, considering how they stopped last season. You know, escaped relegation by the skin of the teeth, and they've come in this season clearly intent on making amends for, you know, how they performed last season under Makaiba. And with Kano Pillars, you know, under pressure, yet to win this season, struggling for goals. You know, they had the 3-match ultimatum that was given to the coach to, you know, turn things around or face sanctions, like the club said. And they were able to go to, you know, United and hold them to a draw. The first time that Plateau United will be dropping points at home this season. And for Kano Pillars, I think that's a very, very decent result, considering their form in the league this season.
Which is, I mean, still yet to get a win.
Yeah, still yet to get a win, you know, but, you know, going to Plateau United, who have been fantastic this season, you know, I think it's a very, very creditable draw.
You think, I mean, I'm looking at, if you can see pictures from that game, ended goalless, and the fans were actually, you know, they came out in their numbers, wanting to see a game that will produce so many goals. But at the end of the day, they just couldn't get that. But for Kano Pillars, I thought maybe, I mean, Plateau United, we know they're on form this season. But I was thinking maybe Kano Pillars might just take this one, you know, to start winning games. I was thinking maybe Plateau United would want to, like, maybe drop the ball a little bit. You know, the confidence, you know, sometimes when you're too confident of playing against, you know, a team like Kano Pillars who are yet to win, you want to drop your ball, thinking overrate them, you know, go ahead and win. So I just thought Kano Pillars would have been able to just get something out of this game. But a point is really not good enough looking at their position right now.
See, this is the league. Obviously, yes, there's been a departure from previous years where we've seen, you know, plenty teams go away from home and win. But you have to appreciate where Kano Pillars are. You have to also, I mean, if they had lost this, it's quite possible that the coach would be out of a job by this morning. You know, so you have to look at it in that context. You know, at Plateau United, high flying. You know, Pillars, they still have the problem of goal scoring. You know, yet to score this season. You know, still struggling in front of goal. But going away to Plateau United in front of that gigantic crowd, you know, against a team that has always scored, always won at home, you know, and getting that draw, you know, keeping a clean sheet, it's a fantastic result for them, you know. And you know, next on Wednesday they go away again to Aqua Starlets, you know, go for the rescheduled match day 2. Very, very difficult one again, because Starlets, they've actually won all the games at home, yet to be defeated this season. Fantastic for them. And so for Pillars and for Ibrahim Musa especially, you know, it's still crunch time, and who knows? Let's see how that one turns out.
You're thinking that's another coach waiting to be sacked or something. Maybe that was the reason LMC decided to suspend, you know, suspending sentence of, okay, yeah, that's controversial anyway. Suspending sentence for one of their star players. Just thinking maybe when they get him back, they'll start scoring. But I love the way Plateau United actually recruited this season. We're laughing at them, actually saying, how do you bring in so many players at the same time? How would they gel? How can they actually manage? The synergy may not be there or cohesion. But right now, it seems they've done a fantastic job.
Yeah, it was actually the same last season, you know, when they got in Makaiba. They also embarked on a very expensive recruitment spree, but eventually, it didn't actually work out, you know. It didn't actually work out, you know. But I think what Makaiba has going for him is that, you know, he's more used to, you know, the team now. You know, he knows exactly what he wants to do. There's also been, you know, that core of the team has also been, you know, retained. And so now they have that platform, you know, with the experience from last season. And, you know, and again, what affected them last season was, you know, the banishment away from home after they had that problem on match day 1. They didn't recover from it. So now there's a bit more stability. The fans are actually coming out, you know. So, you know, there's that synergy, there's the support from the fans, and everything is just going well for them. And, you know, they have momentum, and that's what, you know, has actually propelled them this season.
Okay.
All right, then.
You're talking about the fans. Let's see pictures, you know, from, you know, how filled up that mean. These are the fans, you know, people talk about the fact that maybe people don't go to stadium to watch Nigerian Professional Football League. Really, they do, especially in the north.
Not in just, especially Kano, Plateau. I can see all those fans, of course. They were disappointed at the end of 90 minutes, but they still came out to support their team, will still remain unbeaten. It's good to see fans are showing up to these games.
Yeah, it's good, and again, it's, you know, what you get when you win, you know.
You attract.
Exactly. You attract fans, because these fans, they understand now that, you know, it's possible, like it's very possible that this team has the makings of a championship team, you know. So they are really excited about what, you know, this season holds for them. And, you know, when you win, when you play attractive football, Makaiba obviously is known for that. You know, you'd bring fans to, you know, to the stadium, and it's the same the world over. Winning attracts fans to stadiums.
And also, the fans will be able to identify with some of the big players, and that's why everyone is clamoring. We just want to see the, you know, on cable network and all that, just the way it used to be in the past. You can easily identify with some of these star players. And
we're hoping they're going to sort that out.
Very soon. With the signing of one partnership.
There's a deal in the pipeline.
This is match day 6. We're still waiting, right? All right, you know, let's listen to one of the star players from Plateau United talking about Daniel Itodo.
Part of football. We have gone somewhere else and we've picked 3 points at Delta Force, and we go away with 1 point in Nasarawa, which is 4 points in double away. It happens. This is football. We've tried all our possible best to see that we make the team very, very proud. We stayed very, very proud. But I think in everything we do, there's God in it. Before this day, God has already destined that this match is going to end in a new draw. We thank God for this draw, because we're believing that going away to Heartland of Owerri, we're going to do something great. By God's will, we are coming back with the 3 points. We give kudos to the coach and all the technical crew, and to the management of Plateau United for acquiring such good players to the team. As you can see, to me, Plateau United is Man City of Nigeria, because if you look at the players inside and you look at those outside, and even those that do not make the team, you will see that anybody who is called upon to represent the team is going to give it its best. I think I'm going to give kudos to the coaches for sitting very, very tight to make up the lineup, and to the management of Plateau United for encouraging us in terms of salaries and all our welfare. I think they are doing very, very great. And with that, I think that may give us the strength to be able to play like this.
All right. I love the fact that it says they've been getting away wins, so they also want to go away from home and get some win, and also giving kudos, you know, to the coach and also management of the team. The fact that, look, salary is irregular, so you have to smile. That's a good one.
And it's like spoken like a sportsman is supposed to. When you lose or when you don't win, you accept it and you move on. They've gone away to get wins as well. And now they're drawing at home and saying it's no drama, basically. Yeah,
exactly. You know, with sports, you know, it's not always you would win. Also, you have to look at the caliber of opponents you're playing. You know? Also, obviously, you know, they've started very, very well. So he has that comfort to say that. You know, yes, exactly. Because if they've been losing, they won't come and say, you know, you take it like that.
Right,
you know? So yeah, he has that, you know, that let's say comfort or the
the comfort
platform, you know, to come out and say, okay, 0-0, not a bad result, you know, and they look forward to other matches.
All right, let's see what the table looks like after match day 6. Of course, it's still early doors, but it's starting to take shape, and we're starting to look at teams that could be potential title contenders. Plateau United, like we said, still very much in top, 14 points from 16 games. Wiki Tourist not far behind the top, 13 points from the same number of matches. Aqua Starlets.
Surprise team of the season so far after 5 games. They're yet to lose also, just like Plateau United. But the thing is, they've had, just one draw.
Yeah, and one draw,
but they've 3 games they've won.
They've won 3, they've drawn 2 games yet to lose. And they have a game in hand as well.
They have
so
a game in hand playing on Wednesday against Kano Pillars at home. And, you know, they're yet to lose at home, actually, and they're yet to actually concede in their past 3 games. Remember, it was them that defeated Rangers that precipitated the dismissal of
2-0 away from home.
2-0 away from home. You know, at home, they've beaten the likes of FC Fanyuba, gone away to take points from Heartland, you know. So it's going to be a very, very tough one for Kano Pillars on Wednesday.
All right, and 4th position is Low B Stars, 10 points from 5 games as well. So there's going to be a match later today as well. That's going to involve Jigawa Golden Stars taking on FC Ifeanyi Uba. Unfortunate incidents involving FC Ifeanyi Uba over the weekend, being attacked by armed robbers, but thankfully no life was lost, and they're good to go today.
No life was lost, but you know, you don't quite know how that trauma would affect them. You know, going to you get the feeling that it's possible they just want to go fulfill all righteousness and then try and get back home in one piece. You know, it's sad.
Very sad.
But I mean, it's the state of how insecurity is generally
in the country.
In the country. It's matters like this, you know, that you hope would spur clubs to begin to take welfare of players, to begin to take security of players a lot more serious, you know, because, I mean, the situation of things, you know, you cannot expose your players who are your prized assets, you know, to these sort of situations where you know that there is the danger of getting into stuff like this. It's horrible. I mean, somebody could have died, and what would you be saying at the end of the day?
It would have been tragic.
Yeah, we saw pictures of that, you know, when they posted it on their Twitter page. It wasn't looking good at all. Especially with the driver and the other player, you know, scrap and everything. It wasn't looking good. And the thing is, as you mentioned, just maybe they can try as much as possible, partner with airlines and see how you can fly players, especially when you're traveling from the east to the north. It's a pretty long journey. So
it's a pretty long journey, you know, and you have to, like, there has to be a bit of creativity with it, you know, but also, it's also a revenue problem. You know, FC Fanyuba, for instance, they're a privately run club. You wonder how much is the owner going to fork out a season, to especially when there aren't any prize monies being given to clubs.
Yeah,
you know?
where's the revenue?
So that's the value, you know. So these things are obvious. Players shouldn't be, even apart from security, you know, in terms of ensuring that they are fit, that they, you know, are in the best possible shape to play matches, they shouldn't be in a bus, you know, traveling 18, 19, 13 hours. It doesn't make any sense, you know. So ordinarily, it should be that for long distances, they take flights, you know, even if there are no airports in their final destination, just get somewhere very, very close and then, you know, complete the rest of the journey, maybe 3 hours by bus, you know. But again, it's the whole revenue thing in the league, the whole idea that, you know, players are not quite as valuable as they should be, you know, so they are treated the way they are, and, you know, they get exposed to things like this.
All right.
Yeah, a sad one.
Sad. So let's just step down a bit now. Let's talk about the Nigerian National League.
And that's what they call the most important league. It's just match day 2. And some fantastic results are coming in. Where do we start from? Because it's all like a long stretch, maybe from B1 to B2 and everything. But one result, there you have it, match day 2. A1, Zamfara and Green Beret. It was 1-1, and Aklosendi and DMD Borno. That ended goalless. NAF FC and Rose Safety. It was 3-0. NAF scoring 3. ABS and Malum Fashe. It was 2-0. And Kogi United and Kada City. It was 1-0. And Kebbi United and Oya Sports. That's a 3-1. It ended A2. Mighty Jets and Academy Warriors. It's just hard to actually see Academy Warriors right here. And the NNL, but they lost 1-0 away from home. Sokoto United and Rarara FC 2-3-all a draw. That's a cracker of a game. Yobe is the Stars and Niger Tornadoes. That's another team you like. It's difficult to always see them in NNL. But right now they're here. Apex Crane and Ibom Youth was 1-0. Abia Comment and 3SC.
3SC,
away win. Good one for them going to the East to get all 3 points in that one.
Yeah, fantastic result for 3SC. You know, such a storied club.
Yeah.
You don't expect that they would spend
struggling.
Struggling. And
they've been here like 2 seasons now.
Yeah, they've been here like 2-3 years. You know, last year they lost against Talents 3-0 in the playoffs, so they couldn't get promotion. So for Edith Agoye, you know, it's results like this that, you know, puts him in good stead to ensure that they get promoted.
Away wins.
Absolutely. Ekiti United and Jerem Brillas also, you saw that one. Atede and Vendreza. This is one new team that came into NNL, but they lost away from home. Atede also in Akwa Ibom. Like you have 3 teams right there from the States. Rovers FC and Crown FC, it was 2-0. Joy Commerce and Stationery Stores 2-0. And Ben Insurance went away from home to get a draw at Bayelsa United. That's a good result for them, especially after the unveiling of new jerseys that is going for how much? I think that's a fluke anyway. I'm not sure.
Let's not go into that.
Some of the results.
Good away win.
Good away win
for Bendel.
Yeah, for Malaysia. This is more like a win for this team because they are trying to come back to the top flight.
Yeah, you know, we talk about the NPFL and you talk about how difficult it is to win away from home. In the NNL, it's a proper war.
It's even more difficult.
It's even more difficult. It's a proper war to even get a draw away from home. You know? So when you go away from home, you get a draw, you get a win. It's
happy days.
You know, yes, happy days. Fantastic celebrations, really.
Let's move on quickly from the NNL to the continents. The CAF Confederation Cup, of course, there's no Nigerian club in the Champions League, CAF Champions League, but in the CAF Confederation Cup. And unfortunately, both sides, Rangers International and Eimba, lost the first group games. Enugu Rangers losing right there in Enugu against Pyramids FC by 1-3. And you can see the other matchup there in the group. Let's see Group D now. That's where you have Eimba. This was always going to be a tough one, going to North Africa against Agadir in Morocco. 2-0 for Eimba. See the other results as well, too, in Group D. Not the ideal start for
Nigerian club sides. It wasn't ideal. I mean, when the draws came out, I knew that Rangers were going to struggle.
Oh, really?
You know, playing in the same group against Al Masry and against Pyramids FC, they were actually they were always going to struggle.
Yeah, but they're playing at home, first game, right here in Enugu.
Playing at home, you know, and
they lost at home to a club in NPFL. So tired.
They lost at home to a club in the NPFL, obviously, but you know, there's been changes behind the scenes.
Changes have been made,
and you know, from reports, you know, actually that this was one of their best performances, probably the best performance that they've had this season. You know, they actually went into the lead, into halftime in the lead. You know, so when you look at how they lost, it was actually more of self-inflicted injuries. You know, the
red card,
self-inflicted woes. Yeah, there was the red card. You know, Tope Oluseyi on the stroke of halftime, and then Isiaka Olatuntoye now conceded a penalty. The goalkeeper also conceded a penalty, so they conceded 2 penalties. And then again, you know, when you're a man down and then you're giving away fouls in the box, you know, you leave yourself with too much to do against a team with the quality of Al Masry. I mean, with the quality of Pyramids, you know, it's actually going to be very difficult. But I think for Salisu, he would be very, very happy with how they performed, even with 10 men, and it's something to build on, you know. But I wouldn't give them. I mean,
you already said it, they're going to struggle in this group.
They're always going to struggle in the group. How
about Eimba, quickly, before we go?
With Eimba, obviously, they are our best bet on the continent. You know, whether they're playing in the Champions League or in the Confederation Cup, you know. Against Hassania Al-Gadir, it was always going to be difficult. That team actually got to the quarterfinals last season in this competition. Eimba actually just playing in the third time, and they've struggled against Moroccan opposition. The last time they were here in the 2017-2018 season, they actually went out to a Moroccan team. You know, so but when you look at the other teams in the group, you think that they have enough to do well at home, and if they can win all their home games, I think they would have the sufficient base to go through.
But no hope for Rangers?
For Rangers, I don't see them getting out of that group. I mean, they still have to go to Al Masry. Al Masry got a win away from home You know, so, I mean, they are already at a disadvantage. You expect that the Egyptian sides would win all their games at home, maybe take points from both sides when they meet Al-Masry and Pyramids. But, you know, can Rangers go to Al-Masry and win or get a draw? Can they beat Pyramids away from home? Can they even beat the other team, the Mauritanian champions away from home? It's
a tough
difficult,
one.
Yeah.